Hi again, guys. Time for another weekly load recap. This last week wasn't anything too eventful. It was a pretty mellow week. Our total loads for the week we did was 3 loads. Total loaded miles was 2,787 miles. Our total deadhead miles were 488 miles, which made our deadhead percentage for the total runs at 18% for the week. So again, not a great week, but it was decent. We made some decent money this week. So let's get into each individual load. So load number 1 was a load that we took from Texas to Pennsylvania. Now, this was another HAZMAT load. The loaded miles on this load was 1557. The deadhead miles was 444 miles, which made our deadhead percent at 28% of the loaded miles. Our deadhead rate per mile that we ended up on this was $1 a mile on that deadhead. Now, again, kind of a lot of deadhead. I mean, it wasn't too bad for the amount of loaded miles. So this was a HAZMAT load. Again, another run that they didn't have another HAZMAT team in the area, so we were able to kind of negotiate on that deadhead with them. The load was good miles, and it was going to a great area. We knew we would get something right out of there. We did try to negotiate and get $1.20 on the deadhead. They wanted to give us 75 cents, but we settled again kind of in the middle at $1 per mile on that deadhead. And again, we were the only HAZMAT team in the area, so they ended up giving us that $1 a mile, and $1 a mile, that's fine. It's you know, when it's a lot of deadhead, we really try to get at the minimum $1 if possible. And again, like I said, it was decent miles and going to a good area, so we knew we would get something right out of there. So load number 2 was a load that went from New Jersey to Maryland. This was kind of a shorty run. Loaded miles on this run was 283 miles. The deadhead for this run was 44 miles, which made the deadhead percent of the loaded miles 15%. Now on this, we negotiated a deadhead rate at $1.53 a mile, which is again an excellent rate. It wasn't a lot of deadheads, so it's not like we're getting rich off the deadhead rate, but it still it was a really good deadhead rate for those 44 miles. It was a short, easy run. It picked up and delivered the same day, and the pay we got for the loaded miles was really good as well. So it made sense for us to do that, and again, was going to an area we knew we would get something out of. Which brings us to our last load of the week, load number 3, which we picked up in Maryland. And actually, we picked this load up at the same exact place we delivered that shorty run. So we had no deadhead on this third run. So it went from Maryland to Florida. Loaded miles on that run is 947. Again, our deadhead miles, which was 0, which made, of course, our deadhead percent 0. So, and we didn't get anything on that deadhead because there was no deadhead. Again, we took this load. It was picking up the same place we delivered. So we delivered and picked up right at the same place, which was awesome. We were able to deliver and pick up that same afternoon. And actually, it was scheduled to pick up the next day. But since we were there, we went ahead and checked to see if it was ready, and it was ready. So we were able to pick it up that afternoon and get out on the road down to Florida. So that worked out really, really well. Good mile run. And it's going in an area, it's not a great area to get stuff out of. It's not way down South Florida, so we should get something out of there really quickly as well. So let's recap the week. Total loads were 3 loads. Total loaded miles again was 2,787 miles. Our deadhead miles were 488 miles. So with our loaded and our deadhead miles, that gave us right around 3,275 total miles for the week. So again, that's our load recap for this last week. We'll see you in our next video. Take care. Thank you for watching and subscribing. Bye-bye.